Welcome back. Looking for a fun day with the family? The Air Zoo Aerospace and Science Experience may be just what you're searching for. Troy Thrash, the president and CEO of the Air Zoo, joins us this morning to tell us what's waiting in Kalamazoo in February. Good morning, Troy.
Good morning, Todd. Thank you for having me. It's a beautiful day in Kalamazoo, in the Air Zoo, right next to the Kalamazoo Airport, hearing aircraft take off and land already this morning. What a beautiful day.
Oh my goodness, I can feel the excitement. You got a new airplane coming in. You got a stealth fighter. Tell us about this F-117.
We do, and in fact, it is right behind me right now. Back in December, I took a trip with my daughter and videographer out to Tonopah, Nevada. We signed off on this beautiful F-117 stealth fighter aircraft, followed it all the way back here to the Air Zoo. The Air Zoo is now the first non-government museum in the country to display this most incredible aircraft that, oh, by the way, served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, Desert Storm, and many other important campaigns in the Middle East. So it has incredible history, and we have the honor of restoring it and displaying it right here at the Air Zoo.
If I'm remembering it correctly, Troy, is that I still think I remember when that plane first came out and how groundbreaking the stealth technology was. It kind of almost looked like a spaceship from underneath, right? Am I thinking of the right one? It has like almost that triangular arrowhead shape?
Yes, you definitely are. And yes, so for a long time, it was what was called a black program. Nobody knew about it. And even out when it was doing its operations in Tonopah, it had to do those operations after dusk and before dawn because it couldn't be seen. It has radar absorbing paint. It has panels that scatter radar all over the place. So it couldn't be seen anywhere. So it is fantastic. We are restoring it in full. So it is going to look exactly, Todd, like you remember it. So I'd love to have you down here sometime.
That sounds amazing. I still remember when I first saw those on television growing up, thinking we had made Star Wars era. I mean, it looked so futuristic. Hey, you mentioned under the panels, about all the radar busting technology it had. Let's take a look at that in February. Let's look under the hood, right? You got this panels off event.
That's right. Normally in February, we do what is really our most popular event called Open Cockpits, where we allow people to sit in the cockpits of some of our iconic aircraft. Can't do that this year because of COVID regulations, but we've decided to do this panels off event. As you can see those graphics, we are taking the panels off of some of our most iconic aircraft like a B-25 Mitchell, Ford Trimotor, Corsair, Wildcat, Texan, and you can see literally under the hood to see how these incredible machines get in the air. And there you can see even where the pilot sits, his controls, and how he makes those things fly. So it is an incredible learning experience just to see it, interact with our docents, and learn all about how these giant chunks of metal can even get in the air.
Absolutely fascinating stuff when you look under the hood or look inside of those airplanes. And those docents, they know their stuff. Hey, you mentioned COVID-19. Obviously, people can come to the Air Zoo. You are open. You do have safety protocols and procedures. Are you limited on how many people you can have?
We haven't gotten anywhere near that limit yet, so we are limited to a certain percent of fire code, but it's really been fantastic. And in fact, we had a consultant from MIOSHA come down to just check how we're doing with all of our procedures and protocols in terms of COVID. We got a score of 113 out of 114. And in fact, that 1 point was already fixed before he left. He said it was the best score given out in the state. So we are so proud to say that a visit to the Air Zoo is safe for our employees, for our volunteers, and most importantly, guests from all over West Michigan.
Well, we encourage our viewers to go check that out, especially if you've got kids. I mean, they get fascinated by this stuff, and of course the big kids do too. Hey, if you're not comfortable, or maybe you're ill, or maybe you're quarantined, hey, you still have virtual education programs and exhibits for West Michigan, and really for everywhere around the world. Talk about some of the virtual programs you have.
We do. We've taken the best of what we do here at the Air Zoo in terms of hands-on science, technology, engineering, art, and math education, and we've shipped it home, literally. Not only do we do our camps and our 1 hour programs, our education at home programs virtually, as you can see here, but our educators have taken the big step of building hands-on science kits that we send home to young kids so they can do hands-on science in real time with our educators. And this really has allowed us to go global. We have shipped kits all over the country and beyond. So it's really exciting to know that our educational impact is going all over the world.
Troy, it is always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Well, thank you, and have a wonderful weekend.
Absolutely, you as well. Air Zoo, Aerospace, and Science Experience. Waiting for you in Portage. All you have to do is go to airzoo.org for more information. We'll be right back.